This is exercise 23, Python file handling. So in file handling, it is an important part for any web application. So Python has several functions for creating, reading, updating and deleting files. Okay, so for file handling, the key function for working with files in Python is the open function. The open function takes the two parameters, which the first one is file name and then mode. So for mode, there are 4 different methods for opening a file. We have R, A, W, X, and then it also has T and B. So for R, we have default, which is read. It opens a file for reading. It will raise an error if the file does not exist. And then we have A for append. It opens a file for appending. It creates the file if it does not exist. And then we have W for write. So for W, it opens a file for writing. It creates the file. It will create a file if it does not exist. And then we have X for create the specified file. It will return an error if the file is already exist. So next, in addition, you can specify the file if the file should be handled as binary or text mode. So let's say you have text. You want to specify the file in text mode, you just put the T for text mode. And then we have binary. In binary mode, usually it is for images. And then the syntax. So for syntax, to open a file for reading, it is enough to know the name of our file. So we have here the code. So the code for this one is the same as this one, because if you notice that here you have RT, R for read and T for text. Because R for read and T for text are the default values, you do not need to specify them. And then the most important thing is you have to make sure the file is exist, or else you will get an error. So let's say we have my.txt, and if you see here, you want to read a file and you want to open a file on the server. Assume that we have the following file, which is this file my.txt, and it must be located in the same folder as Python. Let's say this is our code, and we have to make sure that this file my.txt is the same location as this one. Okay, so here I already have the my.txt file, and I put this in the same location as our notes or our exercise. Okay, so these are the contents for my file my.txt. So I have the data for this data set or data. I have name, age, food, and this kind of greetings. Then okay, next, to open the file, use the built-in open function. To open function returns a file object which has a read method for reading the content of the file. So for example, we have f equal to, so we have here f equal to open. We use open function, and then we have our file that I already created here in the same location. If the file is located in different location, you will have to specify the file path. I will show this example later. Okay, so now I want to open our file name my.txt, and then we have the read method this one, the read method for reading the content of the file. So this is for reading the content of the file. Okay, so I run this one and it will read, for this function, it read everything it will read the content of the file my.txt. And then Python also has a set of methods that are available for the file object. We have this kind of methods. You can try on your own for this method, or you can study on your own. We have write, tell, seek, read, flush, close, and then some of this method we will try in this exercise. Okay, so next one, what if I have a file but it is in different location? Okay, if I have a file in different location, I just have to use the file path, or this one, I just put the file path and then print f.read. So you want to open the file, you have to know the file location, the file path, and then read the data. So I run this one, it can read the data even it is in different location. And then next, read only parts of the file. So by default, the read methods, it will return the whole text. So this is the content, and by using the read method, it will read everything in the text. But you can also specify how many characters you want to return. Let's say here we want to return the first 5 characters of the file. So the first 5 characters of the file, we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know that it will only return the value of hello without this mark. Okay, so I run this one. So I put put this number 5. Okay, so I run this one. It only print the hello because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you want to print 10 characters from the file, just put 10. Then it will return the result. Okay, and then you have the read lines, which you can return only one line by using the read line method. Okay, you want to read only one line of the file. So we have here our file my.txt, and then we have readline method f, which is this one, f.readline, and then we run. It will only print one line of the file. So I open our file. Okay, this is the first line, so it will only read this line. Okay, and then for this one, this is the example of how to sort the data using the custom key. Okay, actually this one, we have a function, and then we define a function get name, get age, get salary, and then we want to sort the data by name, which is in ascending order and descending order. So we have the name here, name, age, and salary. So let's say we want to sort the data by name in ascending order. So you just have to use this instruction or this method lah. Okay, employees, which is our function here, employees dot sort, because we want to sort the data. Dot sort because we want to sort the data name by in ascending order. So key is equal to get name, and then we want to sort the age in ascending order. We use dot sort key equals to get age, which is this one, get age. Return employee dot get, so it will get the values in the age, the items or the key. This is the key. If you learn in dictionary, so this is called key, and this is the value. So now we want to sort the value, the value for each key. So here again, how to sort is by using the dot sort, and then we put the key equal to get age. Age is from this one. If we want to sort the name, we just use this one, dot sort get name. We are getting the get name from here. We have get name, and then okay, for this one I want to sort the salary, but in descending order. So how to get or how to print the salary, the value for the salary, but in descending order? So you just have to use reverse equal to true. Okay, so I run this one. Okay, you can see here, for the first one we are sorting the name in ascending order. So we have name, start from A, and then the second one is John, and then we have Mikael with M, and then we have Sharon, starts with S, and then we have the second one, we want to sort the age in its own ascending order. So it starts with 18, 25, 30, and 40. And then for this one, it is in descending order. So it starts with the highest one, which is 15,000, and the second one is 10,000, 8,000, and 1,000. So this is the result written like what we are expected. This is in descending, this is ascending, this is in ascending, and also in ascending order for name. And then by calling read line 2 times, you can read the two first line. Okay, so I run. Okay, so by using 2 times of the read line function, it will read the first 2 lines of our data or our file, the content of our file. So it will read these 2 lines. Okay, so hello, welcome to my file. The file is for testing purposes. Okay, and then the next example, we have loop. Okay, so by looping through the lines of the file, you can read the whole file line by line by using the for loop. We have for and in keyword. So I run this one, and then it will loop through all the lines of our file, and then we can close the file. It is a good practice to always close the file when you are done with it. So how to close the file? It is a simple method or function by using the close method. So I run this one and just run. Okay, note that you should always close your file in some cases due to buffering, and changes made to a file may not show until you close the file. Okay, so this is how to close the file, and then how to write file. Okay, sorry, how to write the ataupun write to an existing file. Let's say we have a file, and then we want to write to the existing file by using the parameter to the open function. So we have A and W, A for append and W for write. Write is for overwriting the existing content. Append will append to the end of the file. Let's say we have we want to open the file, this one, and append the content to the append content to the file. Let's say we want to add new data. This is a new content, so we are using the write function, f dot write, and then I run this one, and this is also okay. Let's say I will run this one first. Okay, it will print this add new data. So this will be the new content for this one. Okay, let's say I close this one first. You can see the original one, it stopped here at the spaghetti. So now I already add the new data or the new content to the file. So I reopen the file, and we can see that it already here in our file. So if I run again, this okay, for this one it's just to read the content of the data. Okay, if I run again, it will add the content, or it will write it will add another one to the content. Okay, I close again, and then I reopen it. Okay, you can see that the content is updated. Okay, next we have okay, oops, sorry. Okay, we have okay, what if I have okay, sorry, it's okay. And then next we go to create a new file. This is the same as this one, but I will okay. This is the same as this one, but for write sorry, this is for append, which is A, and this is for W. So for W, it will open the file and overwrite the content. So this is our content, the original content, or the file that still have a content. But let's say we want to delete everything and replace with a new one, or you want to create a new content. So how to do that? Is by using the override method, or W. This one, W, and here we have A for append, and this one we have W for write, which it will overwrite the content. Let's say we want to have a new content, which is we want to put new line. So we will try to run this one, and it will get new line. This is for reading the content of the file. So I reopen the file, and the content is already overwrite by new line, because we are using the W for overwriting the content. So this will become the new content for our file. And then we can also create a new file. And then how to create a new file? Use the open method with one of these following parameters, X, A, and W. So create X for create, which is it will create a file. Let's say we have here I want to create a new file named myfile.txt. So we have X here. Okay, I run this one. Okay, let's check whether the file is created or not. See, the file is already created here, myfile.txt. What if I want to create a new file that is not exist? Okay, so this one I'm using the W. So wait, okay, and then so it will create for W, it will create the file if it does not exist, but the file is already exist here. Okay, we already create the file name my file just now. So by using this method W, or this mode W, it will create new file if my file does not exist. And then for this one, you can delete the file. Okay, so for this one, we are using the remove method. So now we have my file here. Now I want to delete this one. Okay, so I run this one, and now we check. Okay, so so for this one, it already delete the myfile.txt file. Okay, myfile.txt has been deleted by using this method. Okay, so now I want to check if the file exists. To avoid getting an error, you might want to check if the file still exists before you try to delete it. So for this one, I'm using this method, os.path.exist. I want to check whether the file still exists or not. Okay, now I run. So because we already delete in this code, so the file does not exist. And then what if you want to delete the whole folder? So if you want to delete the whole folder, or the entire folder, you can use os.rmdir method. Okay, remove the folder, my folder. So here I already have the folder name my folder, so I want to delete this folder. So how to delete this one? We are using the os.rmdir method. Okay, so I run this one and check again. Okay, you can see that the my folder is already deleted. Okay, so that's all for exercise 23, Python file handling. Thank you.